goal.
That's true.
You know, not everybody wants to step in and be the one that screws up a $160 million operation.
And you have to consider half this group was, you know, just brought into this, you know, group just for this specific job. Danny, on the other hand, had experience. They had, they stunts like this already.
Yeah.
Know, so.
Right. And you have to keep in mind that these guys are strangers. Like they weren't friends prior to meeting, and you know, but they shared this common goal of robbing the casino and the incentive of the $13 million each that they would get if they were successful with this. And I think that incentive is what really drove them to be the best that they could be.
The common goal was really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
They were pretty good together.
Next topic.
As in being with the group and having them as such individuals, there were a lot of strong individuals, but there were also some weak ones. You know, Livingston, he was like, kind of like a scared little mouse, you know, with cats in the room or something. He couldn't deal with vulnerability. He's very vulnerable. But there were some characters who weren't vulnerable. You know, I think Basher was one.
Mm-hmm. He had his eyes on the prize from the start, I feel, and whatever he had to do to get done, I mean, he ran into a problem, but he was able to solve it when he got the reactor.
Also, Danny, I mean, for them to actually pull that stunt off where everybody thought that Danny was out of the project, and then all of a sudden he's back into it.
You know,
that took a lot. It took a lot, you know.
That's true, but he could have been a little vulnerable because, you know, he's dealing with his ex-wife. You know, that was the main goal. That could have caused some problems. You know, Rusty saw it in the beginning. While it worked out in his master plan, I think he was a little bit vulnerable in the end of it.
Absolutely, I think he was one of the most vulnerable. Because I know I get sidetracked by a woman just as easy as the next guy.
Oh, absolutely.
And that is a very vulnerable part of my composition.
Oh, absolutely. There was that. Oops. How about that girl that was in that group project with the spaghetti and the marshmallows? Oh, she was pretty cute.
She was.
She was cute. Emotional intelligence. The overall maturity of a person, the ability to stand an even keel and handle themselves in tough situations. Who showed, like, you know, I think the highest level of emotional intelligence within the group of Ocean's 11. You know, you have a lot of people that are, you know, they all seem pretty level-headed, but, you know, who do you think overall was the most emotionally intelligent person?
I think you could argue Rusty was, because he had such intelligence to see that, you know, Danny was possibly going down the wrong road, getting Tess involved. And he saw it happening, and he was like, I need to, you know, make something happen here, or this, you know, this could really hurt us. So I think his intelligence of the emotions.
I mean, you see him after the boxing match, as they're leaving the boxing match, when Rusty calls Tess. Rusty does a great job. He doesn't get too involved in the situation. He knows that at that point Tess is involved with Danny, but he still stays on an even keel and is able to talk to her in a point where he gets his point across, but he's not involved in anything beyond what he's trying to get, behind the job he's trying to get done.
You know, I gotta be honest. I think the Amazing Yen is the most emotionally intelligent person. I mean, who's more even killed than that guy? Really understand what you're saying.
The guy that doesn't talk. Luckily, we're getting him on board in a few minutes that we can talk to him and really get into his mind and see what was going through his mind at the time. But throughout the whole event, he's able to stick to his job and nothing else. Nothing's in the way other than
unfazed.
Yeah, unfazed.
Everybody needs a good Asian kid.
Eyes on the prize. Eyes on the prize. And that's it.
Everybody needs a good Asian on their team. Yeah, it's always good to have somebody. You know, a grease man. You know, they're very.
The phone did ring in Tess's pocket. Tess didn't even know it was him. He did such a good job of just keeping his, you know, composure, you know, and just getting the job done.
He laid down the law. He just, honestly, that's all he did. He just said.
He seems to be a very, very confident person.
He just says, go to your room, put on this channel. I have nothing else involved in this other than you doing what I tell you to do.
I wonder what you thought that channel was. Hope it was mail. I'm here to have some mail. Mail time.
I forgot
I
forgot the song, but that's it.
We just got a letter.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from.
That's an amazing letter you have there.
These are all good.
It's really fit.
What we have here.
What is that?
What is this?
Is that a note?
Shopping list for all of Zimbabwe?
Oh. Greg, that from your mom.
Should be pretty short.
Mom writing you mail again. What the?
Gee. What is that?
That is quite the letter.
Do you think the exuberance of collective argument of the group dynamic exploits positive? Ken? This does seem like a Ken question.
It does.
That's ridiculous.
Throw that away.
No.
Anyway, we'll take our mail later because I can't deal with questions like that.
That was ridiculous. I mean, that wasn't even a question. Just throwing words out there like that. That was ridiculous. Trying to interrupt us like that.
Typical Ken.
Typical Ken. That's why he can't be mentor. You know, you can't change his mind.
Just can't.
Ridiculous. We don't want him on our team. It's not good.
Who would want Ken on their team?
Yeah, who would want Ken on our team? So you know, we're talking about who had emotional intelligence, and the confidence came up a little bit. You know, like, does anybody lack self-confidence in the group a little bit? I think it's pretty clear that, you know, maybe Livingston does. He seems a little bit
Absolutely.
nervous.
I mean, but don't get me wrong. I mean, he might be lacking self-confidence, but he's a behind-the-scenes kind of guy. I mean, he was vital in this whole operation. He got done what he had to get done, but he was not dealing with any people because honestly he couldn't, and that's okay. I mean, you need people like that who are behind the scenes, going to deal with the technology of the situation. That's what he did.
Although he might not have been self-confident, he was very good at what he did, and he did perform to his, I think, his highest level.
Well, it was probably for the best that he was behind the scenes. I mean, the one example of where he's hacking into the system so they can monitor everything that goes on in the casino, the one employee says, "Hi, how are you?" and he just says, you know, nothing, and walks away. And it's probably
he just
for the
tries to
best that
scuffle
he was,
out of there.
you know, it's probably for the best that he was behind the scenes, because he clearly did lack some self-confidence in dealing with people.
What do we have next?
All right, guys. After this, we'll be back with the amazing Yen, and he's gonna go into a little detail about just how he went down getting through the safe without setting off the alarm.
All right, ready? Oh man, this workout's intense right now. I'm trying to get ripped, man.
Hey, Mike, come on. We're gonna go play cards upstairs. Let's go.
Kid, man, I'm trying to work out right now. I'm trying to get ripped.
Really, man? I wish there was a way you could do both.
Well, now you can. Introducing the Shake and Shuffle. Now you can do both. You can work out and play cards at the same time.
Oh my god. God, playing poker now just flies by with the Shake and Shuffle.
It's so much more exciting.
Definitely, man. You get a really good workout, too.
Exactly. So you guys can pick up the Shake and Shuffle for 2 weeks payments in $19.95. And if you call right now, within the next 10 minutes, you get our own customized deck with our beautiful models as cards. It's so much better than the 5-minute fireworks. You know, that's too expensive. That's like $89.99, and it just doesn't really last. So come out and buy your Shake and Shuffle right now. 555-1800 Shuffle.
All right, Greg Galgas here. We're back on PTI.